YNW Melly returned to the courtroom today as he is now facing new charges. Rappers would even react to YNW Melly looking extremely disappointed inside of the courtroom, as fans would even also notice that Melly has been looking a little rough. However, there is still one photo of him smiling inside a court, looking pretty confident. Melly's manager would even tweet on his account, "Just in the matter of slime," trying to be as confident as he can as he's now facing the new charges.
The state filing 6 new charges against Demons and 2 others who were allegedly involved. The charges include tampering with a witness, directing the activities of a criminal, solicitation or conspiracy to commit tampering, and unlawful use of a two-way communication device. Now, a couple of those charges actually carry a life in prison sentence if there's a conviction. YNW Melly, his real name is Jamel Demons, he's actually in plain clothes in the courtroom for the first time in months, again, as this judge really starts the long process of seating a new jury.
As these new charges are connected to what YNW Bortlen did, as it would be announced that Bortlen was arrested for witness tampering, as while he was outside, his house was raided by the feds and they found insane paperwork against him and YNW Melly.
Melly's co-defendant YNW Bortlen was booked into a Miami jail Monday night and is being held behind bars on an out-of-county warrant. We just confirmed the warrant is out of Broward County for witness tampering. The warrant obtained by Law and Crime Network states as follows. On or about April 10, 2023, continuing through and including July 22, 2023, Cortland Henry, aka Bortlen, along with others, did unlawfully and knowingly engage in misleading conduct toward another person with the intent to cause or induce them to withhold testimony. The warrant continues the alleged witness had been summoned by the legal process to the jury trial of Jamel Demons, aka YNW Melly. The dates in the warrant are important. Jury selection for Melly started in mid-April, and a judge declared a mistrial on July 22nd, the same day the warrant claims Bortlen allegedly tampered with a witness.
It would even be announced, here are the images of alleged notes discovered during the home raid of YNW Bortlen's home last week as filed into the Broward clerks. As during the original YNW Melly trial, YNW Bortlen showed up for one day. During that one day, he took a mental note of what all of the jury members looked like and even where they were sitting. Then when arriving home that day, he then drew it all out on a piece of paper and stuffed it into his suitcase. It might not sound that important, but it actually really is illegal. To understand how serious it is, here's DJ Academics' reaction.
To keep it real, this is sloppy. Bortlen, how the f you gonna have the notebook of the jurors in your house? Like, god damn. Holy sh! You know what I mean? Like, brother, like, come the f on. It's like doing a and having the surveillance tape in your DVD player or something like that. You know what I mean? Like, come on, bro. Like they raid your crib and the surveillance footage of the is in your DVD player. They be like, oh, okay, thank you, brother. This can't be at your crib.
As when you add these new charges that are going against YNW Melly and YNW Bortlen, they end up aligning with the very hard evidence that is already against YNW Melly. The new lead prosecutor is making it very simple, trying to make YNW Melly look guilty in the upcoming retrial, as their evidence file starts with a man named J Hood. He's a close friend of late King Von, and he shared a secret that YNW Melly told King Von in confidence.
Did Von really tell you that Melly told him that he was 2 friends?
He ain't come out and say, like, we got into an argument. And so, you know, if you know, when people could say something without saying it. And so he told me, like, once I posted what I posted, Von was mad at me. He, bro, why you put up there, bro? Walk the bam. I'm like, you sitting up here, like, you know the love we got. You do this for us, but you gonna trust that his 2 friends? And he said, them was trying to extort him. And so I'm like, if they was trying to extort him, then why are you still around them?
Revealing information that we never knew. Allegedly, after the interview, J Hood returned to O Block and he wasn't even allowed back in. This is the first we're hearing of YNW Satchaser and Juvie going after YNW Melly for financial gain. This is even starting theories that when YNW Melly asked King Von on advice on the situation, if you know King Von's resume, the advice that he could have gave YNW Melly aligns with the other crimes that he has allegedly committed. This then leads into the evidence evidence from YNW Melly's cell phone, where there is text messages of YNW Melly literally admitting to doing the crime.
The PC Gambino account asked him if he was okay, and his response was, "I did that," and placed a smiley face emoji.
And the next message from 10/26/2018 at 16:02, the YNW Melly account says what?
After that, SHHHH.
With the J Hood interview and the evidence from Melly's cell phone, all the lead prosecutor wants to do now is share the evidence from the Jeep that they were driving in. This comes from Sergeant Williams, who would end up investigating the Jeep they were in, and he would reveal that there is no way this could have been a drive-by, and the person that committed the crime had to have been sitting in the back left seat.
That has some movement in it, which is around site L here. The actually moving in that to create the little bit of a that you see there.
Number, you said 17 outside the car. How many rounds were inside the car?
3.
And can you exclude the for Mr. Williams and Mr. Thomas as coming from outside of the car?
Yes.
Now, with Williams revealing the crime must have happened inside of the vehicle, and it had to have been the person sitting in the back left seat. This is then when YNW Juvie's mother went to the stand and shared who was sitting there, as she has known all 4 YNW boys for over a decade.
Can you state your name, your full legal name for the jury?
Leon Phillips.
Okay. And are you related to one of the kids in this case?
Yes, I am.
How so?
I'm his mother.
And who is that?
Christopher Thomas.
Positive 2/19/15. Ms. Phillips, did you see who entered into the occupants who entered into that gray Jeep?
Mm-hmm.
And is that a yes?
Yes.
Do you recognize where your son entered that gray Jeep?
Yes.
Which seat, if you can identify for the jury?
He got in the back seat on the right hand side.
Did you recognize the individual that got into the back seat on the left side, the rear driver's side?
Yes.
And who was that individual?
Jamel.
And Jamel, is that the defendant, Jamel Demons?
Yes, ma'am.
Now, due to this, YNW Melly has been going through a lot inside of jail. The new lead prosecutor isn't messing around. This has made YNW Melly's mother extremely nervous for her son. So leading into the retrial, she knew that she had to step in and try to get YNW Melly's situation a little better so that he can feel more confident going into the retrial. Bryson Paul would tweet, YNW Melly has been transferred from the Broward County Jail to the Paul Rain Detention Facility in Florida as he awaits his retrial to resume. However, it gets a lot deeper than this. While it sounds like good news YNW Melly was switched county jails, a viral comment would end up sharing, "I do believe the Paul Rain Detention Facility is to house people struggling with mental illness. I really hope that YNW Melly is okay," as it seemed very urgent that YNW Melly's mother wanted him transferred county jails, and this could be a valid reason as to why, as the one interview that made the entire situation happen comes from a TMZ interview, where YNW Melly's mother explains that Melly has never been allowed to use a phone or even look at his own mail inside a jail.
My son has not been convicted of anything, and even other inmates that have been convicted or anything, they have the right to use a telephone. They have a right to just to be allowed to write letters to their loved ones, to receive their mail. They hold his mail, they don't give it to him.
As the very concerning part was how she also ended the interview, where she would go on to reveal that she feels helpless to her son.
When you saw Melly's statement, just saying how he's been hurt, how he's scared for his life, as a mother, how did that make you feel?
It's heartbreaking. It made me feel completely helpless. Broward Sheriff's Office definitely needs to be investigated. I mean, they are making up their own rules. We've tried to go to court about this situation. The judge really doesn't have any jurisdiction when it comes to the jail, because we actually had a hearing about the mistreatment of him, and the jail they make their own rules. And I don't think that's fair because I know that they need to answer to someone too.
As right after the interview, she would then start a petition. She would end up getting 50,000 signatures on it, and she would end up finally having her son transferred county jails. This would even get the attention of rap OG Boosie, who would go on to react to the situation that YNW Melly's in, and as well as the mother's interview.
Okay, so then I met his mama while he was in. Oh, okay. I met his mom while he was in, and she real, bro. You know, she real.
She's stressed out. I heard she had a...
Yeah, she real, and I reached my hand out to him, cause I'm real. Yeah, I reached out to him, bro. I met his mom, and she a good woman, bro. And when I see them mamas like that, it remind me of what my mom was going through, bro.
However, things are going to get much worse for YNW Melly in the coming weeks, and allow me to explain. A report goes and shares, YNW Melly has been incarcerated for 1,870 days, despite not being found guilty. His latest court hearing shared his release date, as it details a possible release date for YNW Melly, but to understand when, you first need to understand that Danny Polo is returning from the original trial to now help out the new lead prosecutor. With the two teaming up, they ended up finding new evidence on YNW Melly's social medias.
Same thing, the use of the slap term, 5-point star, snake. He's saying he's YSL, he's hanging with Doug, and he puts up his YNW for life hashtag on it with the 5-point star as well. Mr. Demons has big B hand signs displayed.
Right, and see with individuals again, I'm assuming that's also Young Thug. That's also unknown.
Yes.
Also important to your investigation, correct?
Yes.
Also publicly available for anyone to see and capture.
Now, there is a story behind this evidence. YNW Melly was just about to have his best chance at receiving a bond right when this evidence was shared. It almost seems as if the lead prosecutor was holding on to this evidence until Melly's lawyers were gonna put in paperwork to have Melly released on a bond, as when there's new evidence found, the trial must be delayed for months to have the evidence reviewed, just like YNW Melly's mother explained with a family friend.
Delayed my baby's trial again, so...
So it finished, and now it was
a mistrial.
Oh, okay.
And they didn't give him a bond, which I've never heard of people not getting a bond on a mistrial.
I
have a retrial.
I have, cause my kids' people saying happened and no bond. Yeah.
It's like what? And then now it's delayed again because the judge ruled on a bunch of evidence from the first trial that wasn't going to be allowed to be used.
Right.
So the prosecutors appealed the ruling. So now it's gone to the 4th DCA. And that can take anywhere between 5 months and a year.
Yeah,
so you don't like what the judge said because your warrants were illegal.
Which is a very convenient time for the police department to release this new evidence. Melly's lawyers were putting in paperwork for a bond release. However, now, due to this new evidence, everything is now delayed for several months until it is solved. This would also get the attention of Boosie again. He would go on to explain that the police department are very corrupt because when they want you, they'll do anything to get you, such as hold on to evidence and only release it when it is beneficial to them.
Now they're putting even more charges on him, and then
when they want you, they want you. I knew they wanted them bad when they waited for that law to get passed. They waited all the way.
Penalty.
So it'd be 8-4.
Oh, right. Yeah.
They waited all the way till that law got passed to take him to trial.
Yeah, he was in jail for what, 2 years, 3 years?
Yeah. They could have been took you to trial.
You're right.
They waited till that law got passed and took him to trial a couple months later. When they want you, man. Just don't see how he didn't get a bond after a fucking mistrial.
Yeah.
That made me like, God damn.
Yeah.
Like, after a mistrial, that doesn't happen, really.